Libra, you guys are next for full moon and Leo read. If you like the channel, absolutely like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload another video. Comments. I reply to comments, I do. And liking and sharing, I think liking, sharing, commenting helps the algorithm. Are you guys getting tongue-tied too because Aquarius did? To allow the channel to be seen. So, let's get into your energy before we get into the full moon and Leo read. There's a load that you guys are releasing. In the energy of this full moon, you're releasing it. Like a load is coming off your shoulders. Very light. Light, dreamy. This is beautiful. Libra, it's beautiful. Nothing is yet set in stone. Surrender to the divine. I love it. Okay, so. Coming back to yourself. What's that song? I keep hearing that song. It's all coming back to me now. Celine Dion. Beautiful song. Okay, anyway. Let's pray. Great Creator, Father God, Divine Mother, Mother Mary, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I just pray and ask for wisdom, clarity, protection for any messages needing to come through for the collective side of Libra. This their full moon in Leo read. In Jesus' name, amen. Full moon in Leo is 16th, 2 days from now. Depending on how sensitive you are, you may have picked up on the energy of the full moon several days ago. But it's usually 3 days before, 3 days after. And if you are sensitive, it could be up to a week before, a week after. So start out with the Moonology deck. But you are releasing stuff. A lot of stuff. Like there's a lightness. Lightness of being. Lightened air. This feels good. It's like very like free. No longer fighting with yourself. Okay, one more shuffle. Go from the Moonology deck to Moonology Manifestations, then to the Crow Tarot. One off the top, one off the bottom. That one wants to come out. Okay. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. That's funny. And the end of a type. See, I still can't talk. You guys are getting tongue-tied too. The end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. So, you got a cycle, and it's ending in this full moon. I think this was a lesson and a test of loving yourself, but learning how to love. And you went through this. From the last new moon till this full moon. And this was hard for you. This was hard to look at loving yourself and knowing that you deserve better. And it's not even deserve better. You deserve more. Like if you were the type of person that always puts yourself last, everyone else gets the first, and you've just been trained to do that because that's how you view love. This was one of those situations where it was very triggering for you, that someone may have brought it to your attention or wanted to just love you. And there may have been a fight there, because then it's, okay, divine masculine is giver, divine feminine is receptive. Right hand is hand of authority, left hand is hand of ministry. This is hand of divine masculine, hand of divine feminine. Now, if you're always given with one hand, and giving and giving and giving, and you're not receiving, spiritually, you lose the ability to receive because you lose the functionality of that muscle of your arm. So what are you using the arm for? You have to give and you have to receive. And it's a continuous cycle here. And it's giving and receiving. So when you give love, when you give love, you have to receive it too. So that could have, and I feel like that's what the blockage was. When you allow yourself to then receive it, the blockages in your life, and there still could be blockages there, but when you allow yourself to receive, you open yourself up to the universe to bring in what you need, and then the blockages don't look like mountains anymore. They look like tiny little molehills. What is that? My aunt used to say this all the time. Turning a molehill into a mountain. Like you're turning something little into something huge and overpowering. And this was a lesson for you, a class for you of how to love yourself, how to see love. But not how to see love, how to receive. How to open yourself up to receive. So let's go to the Moonology Manifestations deck. I still can't talk. I'm tripping over my words. What is going on, air signs? Alright, 2 off the top, 1 off the bottom. Full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. Oh, you could have been very defensive over this. Listen to me. The light side of Aries is the talker. Talker, social butterfly, very connected, making connections. The shadow sides of that card, the shadow side to Aries, is temper tantrums. I want what I want when I want it. It's entitlement. I feel like you kind of dipped into the shadow side of it to guard yourself. Last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. And 1 off the bottom. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. That's the whole lesson in this. The whole lesson was to know that you are loved and that you can receive love. 6 of Wands, victory. It is a tough road when you go through giving to everyone else, putting yourself last, and then you have to go through this time of, I have to give to myself. I'm now learning to give to myself. I can't do it because there's guilt there. There's guilt. You feel like you're betraying other people. And you feel like you're not loving them unless you're giving to them. No. Alright, let's go to cards here. 3 of Pentacles. There's teamwork. Emperor showing up again. 7 of Swords. King of Wands. There's the Aries energy. 10 of Pentacles. See what I mean? Knight of Wands. That's telling someone no. That's shutting somebody down. That's telling them no. That's saying, I'm not doing this. And I'll explain in a second. Page of Swords. There's the Spy. Temperance. Judgment. And 5 Swords. Listen. 3 of Pentacles about teamwork. Then you have the Emperor. Okay, now. That's your energy. It's also Aries. There's 3 Aries cards here. Now, like I said, with the shadow side to Aries is the I do what I want. I don't work with others. So there was resistance here of working together with others. A resistance to change. A resistance to, I know this has always happened in the past, but this is how this needs to happen now. This could even be work. 7 of Swords is the thief. And there's this energy here of, yeah, the walls being up, because I'll just say it. There's an energy here of, did you waste my time then? Like this wall up. Then you got King of Wands, which is another Aries card. And there's that talker. But it's throwing a fit about it. 10 of Pentacles. If this was about work or money, there's this air here of, or there's an air. There's an energy here of telling someone, no. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing this game with you anymore. I have my shit together. And this could be friends, could be just someone that was taking advantage of you. It could be someone that was trying to take money from you, that had manipulated you in the past. Now, that's the thing. If anyone manipulates you, you know they're manipulating you. You do. You know this. Each of us know when we're being manipulated. We allow it to happen for so long. If you consciously know that it's happening and you continue to allow it to happen, that's then your decision from then on. So you're no longer being manipulated. You're just enjoying the cycle and you keep it going. This is ending that cycle. Because what you did was put priorities in order. And it wasn't always about someone else. This is about teaching yourself that it was also about you. That I'm not going to allow this to happen because I have other priorities to take care of, and me being one of them. And you see this? Knight of Wands is my favorite knight in the deck because it represents the fire signs. Fire signs with the wands, they're the talkers. Now, if you're in the light side of your energy and you are all encompassing within yourself and you are in the right place, this could be a piece of wisdom. And if you're not, you're pushed against the wall, this could be telling someone off. I don't feel like it was telling someone off here, though. I feel like this Knight of Wands was just simply the word no. Now, no is as loving as yes is. Because no is loving yourself, but no is forcing the other person to stop their bullshit. Page of Swords is that spy, but it's also changing your conversation, changing the way you approach something or someone. Temperance, patience, judgment. 5 of Swords here. Excuse me. 5 of Swords about deceit. And I feel like this has been happening for a minute. I feel like, see the patience and the judgment? These 2 cards show me the fact that you had been patient. You had allowed this to continue for a minute. Then you got to the point where you were like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. There's a card in one of my new decks. Mermaid. Oracle of the Mermaids. And the card in it, I want to show you this card. I just saw this card in my head. And it sums this up completely. I know it's on the top. Because I just had it out. Beautiful card. All of these cards are beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. There it is. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. If you get caught in this cycle where you're giving and giving and giving to someone, and then you're at a place, I won't even put it that way. When you're giving and giving and giving to someone, and there's no return on you giving. See, I have no problem with giving to anyone, but when it's a cycle that continuously happens to where they're dependent upon the giving, that's where I kind of go, hold up, pull back for a minute. The problem is you have to ask yourself when you face someone that overtakes, we'll do it that way. If you were in the situation they were in, that they're coming to you about needing more money, needing more resources, needing more of this or more of that, if you were in that same situation, would they give to you as much as you're giving to them? Would they worry about you and where you are now? If you weren't, like, would they worry about your safety, your finances? Would they worry about you having to take care of your family, your kids, your car, like anything? Would they be as worried about you if you were in that situation that they expect you to be worried about them? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And I believe whoever this is for, you asked yourself this. The Five of Swords, deceit card, but this is also a card of feeling like you're being used because you're being lied to. I feel like you are. Someone was taking advantage. And they were taking advantage, but you told them no, you shut it down. I don't even think you may have had to tell them no. You just shut it down. If you don't give into the manipulation anymore, because there is a limit to it, what is the saying? Givers need to set boundaries because takers have none. Givers need to set limits because takers have none. That's what it is. And I don't even think you're going to need to even say anything. I think it's going to be one of these things of, I just don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. Because you can give and give to someone, but you can break yourself in the giving. And I feel like getting rid of that energy closes, and not even getting rid of the energy, just shaking the energy off and not allowing it to manipulate you any further, changes the dynamic of the steps going forward. Because you've chosen yourself. Instead of breaking yourself and sacrificing yourself and destroying yourself for other people, now you're looking at yourself saying, no, I'm not doing it. Because how much have I given and broken myself in order to prove to everyone else, or to give to everyone else because they're in need, and to prove to them who I am? And you don't have to prove anything to anyone but yourself. That's the only thing you have to, that's the only person you have to prove anything to. But there's an energy here of just not doing it anymore. You don't have to. You've been patient for a minute. What was the old adage? What was it? Feed a man a fish, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. Sometimes people get too dependent, not even too dependent, but they take advantage of givers. And a lot of people take advantage of givers because then they can say, well, I don't have to work this hard. I don't have to go through these tests and these trials because they'll just help me out. They'll carry me through it. They're not learning anything unless they go through it themselves. They're not. So if they can't learn the lessons, they're going to have to repeat the lessons. You cannot carry people. You can carry them, but when you carry them, like I said about the arm, If you're not receiving love for yourself, you lose the ability to spiritually use that arm. Like you lose the spiritual muscles. So if you're carrying them, they're not able to walk because they lose the muscles in their legs spiritually. They have to walk through this. They got to figure it out on their own. So this is you really loving yourself. This is you taking a moment, because a no to others is a yes to you. I need a minute. I'm not doing this tonight. I need alone time. I need to go meditate. I need to go pray. That's no to that situation, but it's yes to you. No, I can't give you this money because I need it. There are things that I need to buy. That's a no to them. That's a yes to you. Because you also have to make yourself a priority too. And if anyone even comes against you and says, well, that's not love, I love this line. I love this book. It's called, St. Mother Teresa of Calcutta, and it's No Greater Love. I love this book. In it, she talked about giving. And don't forget the less fortunate. But there was a woman in there that wanted to give her the money that she would spend on saris. Basically, the money she would spend on clothes every month. And that she would only get one sari a month. Saint Mother Teresa corrected her and said, no, you're not going to that extreme. No. Because she went down from like 20 or 10 of them a month to not wanting to get any new ones. And Saint Mother Teresa said, no. You don't go to that extreme. You go, if you want to give, reduce it down to this. But don't break yourself and give it to others. Because you still have to give to yourself, and there may be someone else to give to. There may be other people that come across your path, and you don't have to, because you've been blessed with what you've been given. So by absolutely giving others your entire bank account, the only thing you're showing God is that you're not appreciative of what He's given you, because you're going to need to pay bills with it. You're going to need to take care of yourself. This is just loving yourself and learning the lesson of, I can say no, I got this. And I don't even have to say no. I can choose to receive. And I don't have to explain it to anyone. There's this energy there too. And I can receive, and big blessings are coming, but it's my walk. I don't have to explain my blessings to other people that aren't being blessed, because it's not their path. It's not their walk. All right. So for the collective sign of Libra, this is your full moon in Leo read. Love and light.